future in the country known as Nigeria. My job is to create the awareness. Your job is to disagree with me or agree with me whether Nigeria can still work. As many people argue that Nigeria existence cannot be negotiated, I can tell you that that is a lie. The negotiation would happen, and we would eventually be free from the bondage and the shackles of what.
Yeah, we saw that someone, my controller's made a huge mistake, pushed me out early, and there's one right in front of me, so I just hold a few minutes. Yeah, really sorry about this. Thank you.
As we all know, our job here from the media perspective is to create awareness as much as we can and educate us with so many reasons why we need to exit Nigeria. You don't have to buy into it. You can disagree, the nature of the human being, and you can also question, why, like I said at the early hours of this morning, what is the reason why we want Yoruba nation, and why are we not doing anything to keep Nigeria? Good morning, Mr. Waris Jinadu. No Agbero politics, no Agbero political talks, no lines, men, no Agbero conductors. Good morning, Mr. Yawa Olori Ajayi. Babami John Ogundele, Ganiolo Yede. We Yoruba people must go from the unfunctional Nigeria. Mokiola Nikbekun and the rest of you that I cannot see. If you don't comment, I might not see you. And if you comment on the Facebook, is a cross-posting. So Ori Koikimedia to do an economy matimari. I will not see you from Koikimedia, but I know a lot of you do put comment. I cannot reply your comment after the program because I am restricted on Facebook, and that is also part of the problem that we are facing on our platform on a daily basis. As you all know, we do this once in a while when I'm out and about in the morning, doing my own normal routine, trying not to make it look like UK is the best. There are many countries around the world that are better than UK, but our concern is that the British created the fraudulent amalgamation and make it look like we are still part of the Commonwealth and we should save Nigeria, and we all know that is not going to work. Shout out to you, Innovate, and as many of you that are also watching us. Agbaje Wasiu, good morning. Mr. Emabino, Sunday Adebanjo. It's a bit sunny. That means that we're coming into a very beautiful summer period in London. As I always say, it's a privilege to be outside Nigeria for a very long time and to be able to experience what Awolowo was experiencing in 1945 when Egbeomo Oduduwa was established here in London. From 1945 till now, the Yoruba people are doing very well around the world, but we seem to be doing less in the southwest known as Nigeria, because Nigeria is holding our future. Not literally Nigeria, because when we say Nigeria, it is those corrupt politicians that are telling you that having a political system that is a failed one, establishing political party that doesn't represent you, because Boba vote for APC máa fìyà jẹ. Boba vote for PDP máa fìyà jẹ. So from the end goal, it has always been one catastrophe or the other that has led to the military taking over the affairs of Nigeria for a very long time, and they've enriched themselves. Most of them have died, most of them are still alive. The military, literally with the help of the European countries and the West, created havoc to the lives of millions of innocent people. So I want military took advantage, created coup. Most of them were doing all this because they have guns. Today, the Yoruba people don't have guns, but we have the media to fight back and educate as many people as we do. And that is why it is important that when you come on the program, by not sharing it, media. If you think that any of the international media or the media from around the world will come to your plight, you will be living in denial. It is important because you know àwọn ọmọ tẹ́ ń rí orí wọn orí méjì ju orí ọmọ tó wà nílé lọ, but ọmọ tó wà nílé abuse, tẹ̀pà tàgbógbóró, no future for them. So this morning, mo kí brother mi Yemi Fatoki is just again the usual. Kakọ sọ̀rọ̀ méjì mẹ́ta to encourage ourselves not to lose hope. Anything to it just be like, oh, àwọn òyìnbó ló pọ̀ níbí, àwọn dúdú kankan náà dẹ̀ ń gbé níbẹ̀. But unfortunately, in Yoruba land, there is zero education. Majority of our children are out of school. Majority ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ti ṣetán gan ní university does not have, you know, any job or any of future. Àwọn tó níṣẹ́ gan, they are more or less like, you know, half dead and half alive. Many people have studied or trained for something, but they've not been able to make use of it. Ìjọba pé Nàìjíríà òṣìṣẹ́, mo kí bàbá wa Ṣítù Ọmọ́wùnmí, mo kí ìyá mi Abọ́sẹ̀dé Kalẹ́sanwó, Joanne Agnes, good morning, and the rest of you again that we might not be able to see because it's a cross post. Have become a very powerful indigenous people, but the backwardness to one nílẹ̀ Yoruba is taking us backwards, and that is why we are saying, let us come into a roundtable discussion. Mr. Folabi Kayode, let us dissolve the union. How do we do that? First and foremost, we can bring down the constitution, because the fraudulent 1999 Mokibabami Shitu Omawome is Mokibo in grandma and your grandfathers, Moke sisters and your brothers, Mokeni Tojumilo, Mokeni Ti, Mojulo Mosheba, Aboru Aboye, Moshe Assalamu alaikum. And like I always say, and I do always say it on my platform, I don't talk about other platforms, you will not come here and abuse Christians or Muslims. Kò ń ṣe right láti sọ pé ẹ̀sìn tó gbé wá, ẹ̀sìn kìíní kan. Keep to your own faith and allow others to respect their own religious belief. And I know that most of the people that always come and say that, you will not be able to say that wherever you are if you're especially living in the diaspora, because the consequence of you speaking the ills of another religion would be you will face some consequences. So kí ló wá dé tó jẹ́ pé láàrin ara wa ẹ máa ń wá fẹ́ antagonize Christianity àti Islam. Leave those that believe in it and let them practice it as they wish to. The purpose of asking for Yoruba nation is not because we hate Christians or we hate Islam. The purpose is to say that we do not just want to be part of a system that was created for us and it's not working. And as usual, as you see this all the time when we travel on the London public transport, all we are saying is that for 63 years, with the wealth and the resources that Nigeria have, we've not been truly able to fix all our problems because Nigeria was never designed to work. Nigeria was designed to fail. And if anybody thinks that Mokiya Milen kan say Abosede tí mo fi tẹ̀lé Èdùmàrè dárúkọ Àríyọ̀, kọ́lọ́n jẹ́ kí ẹ pẹ́ fún wa gbogbo ẹ̀yin ìyá tí ẹ pọ̀n wá pẹ̀lú ọ̀já pé ká má bàa jábọ́ torí àdúrà àwọn kan ni pé kí a lè jábọ́ kí wọ́n lè fi wá ṣe yẹ̀yẹ́ ká lè ṣì sọ kí nǹkan lè má dáa kó lè má lọ bá ṣe fẹ́. We are not fighting any Yoruba people that doesn't believe in the movement. All we are saying is that, are you sure that there is going to be a future? Whether when we are still alive, we pray that we live a long life, but according to the World Health Organization, Muke Bolaji Abdullahi, we know that many of us will not live up to 52 years, but we pray that we live a long life. What future do we want to prepare for the next generation? What future do we want to give? And this is why we are asking those that are in the community and those that call themselves leaders that meant to be the forefront of what we are doing. We are trying to make Nigeria to work. Yes, if you have a dream to be in London, I pray it will come true. Just work towards it. Put the right document, right visa, and look, you could be lucky. The visa, the decision. They are human beings like us. Some of them are probably in their 30s. Some of them are older than that. If you have the right requirements and you apply for the visa, you can get a visa, not just to UK, but anywhere around the world. So I pray that those of you that wants to make it to London or America, Canada, Asia, Turkey, wherever you want to, will eventually come. There's crime, like I told you this morning. There's opportunity. There's pain. It's empty. The boss. So if you look at it, look at how clean it is. That has been put in place. This is the system. Let me also show you. This is exactly what we want in all the local government in Yoruba land. And like I always jabs plea over whooping mammies. Money ọmọ márùn ó ti kú látara cough bug. As much as people might think that people do not die, I'm not going to mention his name. He's called me, and there were things that concerns a lot of people, and we spoke about it. Muki Eban Kialaji Obeledumare kò ní fi wá sílẹ̀. Ẹ má ẹ kí ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation kó sú yín. Regardless, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa rántí pé láàárọ̀ diesel lọ́dọ̀ is £1.54, epo is £1.45. That is the cost of the price per litre. I think in Nigeria it's going to about 1,000 naira, and black market are going up to 2,000 naira. System is designed to work towards the citizens. Gbogbo àdúgbò tẹ́ ń rí ló ní doctor, ló ní àwọn tó manage affairs, which is the local government. Kò sí kankan tó yàtọ̀ ju pé system that it failed, like the Nigerian system. Everybody freedom, the most flashy. And freedom is not cheap. It is expensive. it can cost lives, and it can also cost, havoc. Tẹ́ bá rí pé Fúlàní ń fẹ́ pa Olóyè Ìgbòho sílé. The reason why they wanted to kill Chief is because the same reason tó fi pa Bọ́lá Ìgè, the same reason náà ló fi pa Olóyè ní July 1st. Kódà àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá kan wà excited, they were happy pé tó bá Olóyè pa, but a dúpẹ́ pé that did not happen. That failed. Now, ẹ̀yin rò pé àwọn tí wọ́n ń jẹ nínú the operation of Nigeria, and there are many of them, there are many countries around the world that are doing one business or one engagement with Nigeria, whether legitimately or illegitimately. Those countries does not want us to be free, because Nigeria is a place that they are also using as part of their engagement. So àwa tí a fẹ́, ẹ má bínú bọ́ọ̀sì tó ń tàn yẹn ló ń jẹ́ kí gbogbo ẹ máa ṣe gbàkàpọ̀. Remember, we are not at home, so there's a lot of movement on the bus. So, and we're going to end the broadcast anyway in just about a few minutes. So if you are expecting that àwọn òyìnbó tí wọ́n mú nínú resources wa, àwọn Chinese, àwọn Lebanese, and they're very powerful. They are very, very powerful, and they are not ready to allow the dissolution of Nigeria. Our politicians were to sign oríṣiríṣi contract pẹ̀lú wọn, whether one way or the other. What we can then be asking our people is that gbogbo ìtẹ̀ ń complain nílé nísìnyí pé nǹkan ṣe yín, Nigeria own tight, wọ́n gbẹ̀jẹ̀ lára yín, nothing seems to be working. Ìbéèrè tí mo fẹ́ bi yín ni pé ṣé tí election bá tún dé, tí 2027 election tó bá dé, ṣé ẹ tún máa lọ dìbò? Lórí tí driver yìí ń drive bíi tí kò mú àgbo ẹ̀ pé láàárọ̀ yìí. Ṣé tí election bá dé, are you still going to go out and vote? Are you going to vote because bóyá torí ẹ̀ like current APC, ẹ lọ vote for PDP, àbẹ́ ẹ lọ vote for Labour Party? Mo mọ̀ pé ẹ ní vote for Sowore anyway, so Sowore is just wasting his time trying to get the vote from the masses. Ẹ ní vote for, even though if he becomes the president, he can make a lot of changes. But the only changes in life is for us to demand our fundamental rights, which is to say that Nigeria àjọṣepọ̀ wa ó ti fail, kò ní kankan tó ń gbé wa lọ. And for every day we sleep, we wake up, we sleep, we wake up. Each of those days, tá bá ṣì wà nínú Nigeria, right? It doesn't matter how old you are. Age yẹn ó ń grow. Age tó wà nígbà Buhari òun kọ́ ni ó wà nísìn. Buhari spent 8 years. Mo kí àwa Awoniyi, mo kí àtòbí mi lọ́mọ. 8 years ni Buhari lò. And after 8 years, just ask yourself, even if you are not living in Nigeria, bóyá oní kankan tó ń ṣe Nigeria, oní project kan tó fẹ́ ṣe, àbí kankan ń wẹ̀ lọ́kàn tó fẹ́ ṣe. After tí Buhari parí 8 years pẹ̀lú age tẹ, what do you think about it? Ọmọ Buhari dẹ̀ lò 8 years ṣá. Nígbà tó kó tó dé, I was 41. Nígbà tó máa fi lọ, I was 49. Ó dẹ̀ rí nǹkan ṣe. Nínú ẹ̀ ni Buhari destroy the whole economy. Nínú ẹ̀ ó tún kó àwọn jàǹdùkú wọlé tó ń pè ní terrorist láti ṣe jàǹbá fún wa. Nínú ẹ̀ ó favour àwọn tiẹ̀, ó sọ wọ́n di oríṣiríṣi, ó fún wọn ní, wọ́n play monopoly. Tinubu is playing the same thing. And he's also marginalizing many other people, But the only option, before I close the broadcast right now, is that don't be deceived that tabatulo election, ká lọ dìbò. Ṣe rí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn tí wọ́n wà nílé, ẹ̀yin tí ẹ̀ ń sáré pé ẹ̀yin náà fẹ́ ṣe councillor, ìwọ náà fẹ́ ní kọ́ fún ẹ ní position. Look, if the system was working, we're not interested in politics. We just want to carry along with our day-to-day activities, let the system work. O fẹ́ ṣe Uber ni, o fẹ́ ṣe nurse ni, o fẹ́ ṣe doctor ni, o fẹ́ ṣe teacher ni, o fẹ́ máa tajà ni, o fẹ́ máa export ni, o fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ fún private sector ni, o fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ fún. We just want the country to have the system in place and we crack on. But in Nigeria, the only business that people say is politics, and that is why it is do or die. That is why you send yourself to the early grave. Because it is the only way to make quick money, especially if you get to the top part of it. But ṣẹwàrẹ ń tẹwà ní grassroots yẹn, wọ́n kàn fẹ́ yín play game, agbárí yín síbí, gbárí yín sọ̀hún. And that is what I'm asking before I go. Ṣó máa tún lọ vote in 2027?
W8.
Would you take a PVC and go and vote? Ask yourself that question, and I'll leave you like that this morning. Ẹ̀rípò wà very calm láàárọ̀ yìí, ẹ̀ máa wá bẹ̀ lẹ́ǹkankan. Mo kí gbogbo Mùsùlùmí káàkiri gbogbo àgbáyé tó máa kí Jímọ̀ lénìí. Mo kẹ́yìn Christians, mo kẹ́yìn ẹ̀yin oníṣẹ̀ṣe wa, mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá nílé lóko. Mo kí wa pé lágbára Elédùmarè, gbogbo àníyàn wa lórí ìrìn àjò pé a fẹ́ dá dúró, a bọ́ sí, a wá sí ìmúṣẹ. Gbogbo àwọn tó wá ń takò, àfàyín lọ́lọ́run lọ́wọ́, àfàyín lọ́lọ́run lọ́wọ́. Ọlọ́run ní kò sẹ́ni tóun dá tóun ò lè mú. Bóyá n táwa ń fẹ́ yẹn, n tó dá ni, tàfi ń sọ pé a fẹ́. Torí tó bá dá, a gbọ́dọ̀ máa béèrè pa fẹ́. N tó dá là ń béèrè. But àwọn ìran kan wà, ìran oríṣiríṣi wọ́n wà tó fẹ́ jẹ́ kí ìran Yorùbá kó ní ìlọsíwájú. Ẹ̀kọ́ Yorùbá mi gẹ́tà sí bí. Mo kí Pastor Mo, mo kí ìyá tó bí mi lọ́mọ, mo kí bàbá Kítóyè. Àráyè parí program Awólọ́wọ̀ lánàá. I had an internet glitch and it messed up the whole broadcast. But if I can still crack up, at least we did an hour, which is still okay, at least to reflect the legend and the man that saw tomorrow. A lot of our own, rí ọ̀la, kò ń ṣàwọn olóṣèlú yín o, but they just don't want us to be free. Àwa la máa demand fún pé a fẹ́ lọ. There are so many ways to go out of Nigeria, but we are just trying to be the ọmọlúàbíes. And I think that is the best option for now. Because other options will not be looked into. And on that note, mo kí gbogbo wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí pé àṣeyọrí la máa ṣe. Gbogbo bí kíbi tẹ́ bá wà, ọbẹ̀ Elédùmarè wà pẹ̀lú wa. Mo kí our Grace Olúṣòótọ́. And on that note, we will catch up when we do catch up again. Koiki ìgbà wo ló máa ń ṣe program? I don't have a time. When I come live, you join me. There, Baba ní live, every repeated one. And as we always say, it is just what we love to do, to educate. Káàkiri gbogbo àgbáyé, gbogbo bí tó di ilẹ̀ Yorùbá mọ́, kọ́bẹ̀ Elédùmarè kó bá wa tú. Mo kí àmì wúrà Adébíọ́tì. Shalom to everyone. Yawa Comfort Ologunja and the rest of you, whether we mention your name or not. Mo kí Olóyè Ìgbòho, mo kí gbogbo àwọn leaders wa. Ẹ rántí kẹ́ dáwó sínú YSDM. Very, very important. Ká lè prepare, ká lè gbáradì fún ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ rally tí a lè ṣe. Torí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ní ìgbà tí Tinubu ti dé, àṣẹ rally, gbogbo wa ti dákẹ́, kò sí pa dákẹ́. But we need money to run the rallies. We need money. Money kẹ́ dáwó yẹn fẹ́ mi, ẹ dá sínú YSDM. It is important. Without money, you cannot do anything. Owó ni wọ́n fi ń ṣe, owó ni kẹ̀kẹ́ ìyìn rere. Bó o bá pariwo, ká pariwo gbogbo media lórí social media. Tó o bá sí owó, àkàntanra wa ni. And like I always say, ìyá olórí burúkú tó dé yẹn, òun ló disrupt gbogbo nonsense yẹn. And Yoruba is a country. Don't be deceived, but we are working towards to have an independent country. Yoruba nation, no going back. Shalom.